They said there's it's them. They'll obliterate us.
We'll wait.
30 seconds.
Well, let them loose. That's good.
This May 16th, 2024 school board meeting to order. If everyone please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Kids say it fast.
That's what happens when you get the kids.
All right. I'll entertain a motion to approve the agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda. Second.
All right, got a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Passes unanimously.
So if you join me down front, we have a couple items to recognize individuals. Dallas County Public Schools is part of the Blue Ridge Regional Forum, which is part of the Virginia School Board Association. And as part of that, each year we take student artwork in 3 categories: elementary, middle, and high school, there to compete with other divisions that are in the Blue Ridge region. I believe it's 15 to 19 other divisions, and they rank the artwork first, second, third. First place students' artwork will go to VSBA. They will frame it. They'll keep it in VSBA's offices, displayed for the state agency, and then we'll bring it back the next year to us to present back to the student. We had some students' artwork that we want to recognize. First, I don't know if they're here with us or not, but for the student art contest, second place, Piper Butler, for participation in the art contest, and that is from Narrows Elementary Middle School. So I don't know if Piper is here or not, but congratulations. Please, thank you.
Said somebody's trip.
And we'd also like to recognize Sarah Thompson from, I believe, Giles High School, senior, for also taking artwork and being recognized there. So if you don't mind, I don't know if Sarah. Also, on behalf of the Giles County Public School Board, schools and the school board, we'd like to take the opportunity to recognize our school nutrition employee of the month for May. And that would be Joe Tudor. So, Joe, if you come forward.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you for what you do.
Thank you, bud.
We'll flank.
Oh, come on back.
They get a picture from Marty Farrier. That's what Marty said.
Our whole reason, right?
Yeah.
Make sure you can see the camera.
How's that?
Thank you. 1, 2, 3. One more time. 1, 2, 3. There we go.
Awesome. Thank you.
Is anybody here from the hospital? We'll recognize
Again, through Virginia School Board Association, we have the opportunity to recognize local businesses for their support for our schools and school system. So at this time, on behalf of the Giles County Public Schools, we'd like to recognize 2 businesses on the business honor roll. One would be Carillion Giles Community Hospital, and the second would be Pembroke Telephone Cooperative. And I don't know if we have
Thank you.
Thank you. Pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jason, what y'all do.
Sir, thank you, Jay. Thank you.
What's your name?
Jason Dudley.
Spin your camera.
1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3.
Thank you.
You should just get a headshot. Yeah.
Oh, yes, I will.
That's it.
Next, I would like to take the opportunity to introduce our educational features for this evening. First off is going to be Giles High School. I'm going to introduce Ms. Bogus and ask her to come up and introduce who she's brought with her today for the educational feature.
Hi, everybody. My voice is gone. I want to introduce Craig and his theater crew. They just put on their first musical, so they wanted to share how they felt about that. Luke,
Luke, you come on forward.
How we felt about that. Yeah, how you felt about that.
It's okay to just.
Yes, yeah, that's fine.
I don't know how y'all wanna. Y'all wanna just wrap around?
Come on. Come on.
Y'all kind of instruct us to be where. Okay. All right, first of all, thank y'all for allowing us to come up here and speak. We're very appreciative of that. We're very proud of what we've accomplished with this musical. Like Ms. Bogus said, it's our first one. And somebody had the great idea, I don't know who, to do a full-length musical as their first musical. And I don't know who that person was, but we're gonna get rid of them as soon as possible. So one of the things that we're really, really proud of is this is just our third year having theater back at Giles High School. And it's our second year. It was our second year competing with VHSL theater. We placed second this year at the regional level, which was really exciting. We got our first trophy. And then, of course, we have our first musical. And with the first musical, it ended up becoming kind of what Ms. Bogus coined as our crossover events, which I kind of like the ring to. And with that, it basically just meant that we had a ton of areas of the school involved in this musical. I mean, it was building trades, art, CBI students. It was just kind of like all over the place. We had a lot of people involved in it. So what we're going to do is basically just kind of showcase all of the areas that were involved. First, we had the construction aspect. That was Mr. Jimmy McCroskey and his building trade students. I took him the idea and I was like, hey, we want a 2-story set. And he kind of laughed at me in the beginning and I was like, no, I'm being serious. And of course, he was just kind of like, oh, okay, cool, we can do that. And I was like, oh, that was easy. But as you can see, we have a lot of, every single building trade student this year, they were involved in the making of it. They brought in the scaffolding and everything. It was kind of terrifying to watch at times because it was very high. But they did it. And something that's really, really cool, they kind of got creative, and in order for it to be easy to take apart, they kind of got together and drew up some things to make it in pieces. So now we're able to reuse all of this lumber for future shows and everything. And then also we had construction on the level of our crew, not the building trade. So we had our tech crew involved. They were reinforcing desk and everything. They built a makeup vanity. They hung a bunch of clothing racks and stuff backstage. They were building freestanding doors. Just like really kind of some cool stuff, some much needed stuff, especially backstage. We now actually look like a functioning theater. Who was covering? Go ahead.
Students work together to apply the finishing touches to our set. The application, the fire-resistant coating, the painting, and finishing with the radio detail.
And something else that we're proud of is, especially our tech crew, they actually got to learn a lot of code requirements. So for example, the application of the fire-resistant coating, it was a step that we hated because it made a mess. But we learned the significance of it, and we kind of talked about it and all of that. So all these safety features and everything.
Oh, one of the cool things that we did was we ordered some fake food, and then we realized as we were doing our rehearsals that we didn't have enough fake food. So we went to Jan Sauer's CBI class and said, hey, could you make us some hot dogs and some french fries? And they worked on this for a couple of days, and they painted it, and it looked like real food. I think they did a great job, and they had a great fun. What?
We should have brought one.
We should have. We
It
should have,
actually
but
looks
they
very
did.
good.
Yeah, they really did, and it was so nice just to be able to say, hey, we really need this. And they were like, we'll do it for you. And they did a great job.
And what, it was just clay though, right?
It was that spongy clay stuff. Yeah.
Really, really creative.
Yeah, and we'll get to use it again if we ever have hot dogs.
Yes. Yeah, if anybody needs a fake hot dog. Yeah.
Very professional.
What? Oh, I can't hear that. Hey, guys. So this is the cover of our program, our playbill, excuse me, had to be. And actually one of our very own theater students who is unfortunately absent tonight created the art all by herself. One of our seniors.
Really big on, really big in graphic designing. It's very, very talented in that area. So we were happy to have that. Kind of started from scratch and then put everything together. It was very impressive. This is kind of like a funny slide. So we had the life skills class involved. Miss Martin's life skills students, they took care of a lot of our like pressing the costumes and making sure that they were all like perfect and ready for the stage and
They
washing.
sewed some things for us.
Sewed some
Yeah,
things
they
for
did
us.
some repairs.
Washed them when they started smelling because of rehearsals. But then this is Aiden McDonald. He's a senior. He kind of came in one day and he was like, I kind of want to learn how to iron. And I was like, oh, well then let's do it. And we just kind of whipped out the ironing board and that's just one example. We had some students who were, stuff as simple as like how to properly wear pants and stuff like that. It was just kind of like all of these life skills that we were incorporating in the behind the scenes part of the musical. And then I had to add this part. If y'all need some like laundry services, hit him up. Just kind of track him down. He'll be happy to do it. Hair and makeup.
They used ironing.
I got it.
I do.
There we go.
So we actually have so much talent in hair and makeup that weren't even in a cosmetology class. Like these are mostly 8th and 9th graders and they're so talented. Like it's ridiculous. We had so many students willing to do it. And they learned multiple skills too. Like I've heard that most of these girls wanted to do cosmetology when they're older. So this was a really good opportunity for all of them.
They made lists of everything we needed, and then they went shopping, they picked things out, and they made design looks, they planned the looks for each of the characters. They did a good job. We don't have a really good picture of them, unfortunately.
Yeah, they were kind of, all over the place.
Always do.
This is just kind of like we have a new student this year who was an ESL student, and Miss Sales, she came to me towards the beginning, like the first couple of weeks of this student being enrolled, and she was like, hey, this student is interested in doing theater. And we kind of talked to her, and Miss Sales was translating for me and everything, and we were just kind of chatting it out, and she wanted to be a part of the hair and makeup crew. And with that, she picked up a lot of the terminology, especially in like those associated with the world of theater. But she met a lot of new people. We actually had some students, or another student on the hair and makeup team who was like really, really good Spanish speaking student, really good at her classes and everything, and they kind of like buddied up. So I thought that was really important to showcase that we were able to, just within the first couple of weeks of her being there, we were able to pull her in and get her comfortable and everything. Yeah.
Okay, hi. So, as several of you may know, it has been a very long and lengthy process to fix up our lighting system and our sound system, but thankfully we had a brand new sound system this year and it has worked spectacularly. Yes, we got all these mics and we were setting up mics every day, but learning how to work them. We had a very intensive training period. And then additionally, we had our lights, which took us a while to get those working. But when we got them, we got them. And again, there was a pretty intensive training for that too. We had a guest.
James Kozakowski.
Thank you. Yeah, he came in, taught us everything we needed to know, and now there's a bunch of us trained on the light board and the sound board. So even the people who are more on the acting side of things are getting a taste of, the technical applications.
Yeah, and then this next slide, we just have some. So in preparation for our musical back in the first semester, we came in, we took down all of the lighting equipment. So you're having flashbacks. We took down every piece of lighting equipment that we had. We cleaned it. We kind of scrubbed it with some special cleaner. This is a picture of James teaching them kind of like the fluctuation of different sound settings and everything, which was really, really intense and overwhelming, but it was also really, really fun. But I mean, we have students who were kind of like what Rachel was saying, who even if they don't want to be on the stage and they have that stage fright, but they still want to be involved, this is kind of where they live. And it's really, really fun stuff. It's really hands-on. And then this is just an example of some of our lighting effects for the musical. We were really, really proud of how, especially this part, this was really cool. This was something that we didn't necessarily know that we could do. And then we're like, oh, wait a minute. So that was a cool effect.
So, we had such a good choreography director. Her daughter is actually in the production, and she teach Irish step dance for 3 or 4 years. It was a really long time. And our theater booster president and her daughter used their experiences in dancing to completely choreograph this production. It was so much fun. I learned so many different kinds of dances that I never would have thought I'd ever learn.
Yeah, me too.
It was difficult and it was sweaty. Like, it's so hard to dance, and I had no idea it would be, but it's so difficult. But yeah, it was such a good time. We always had a blast.
And they all perfected the Watusi. I didn't even know that was a thing.
It's so difficult.
So you're going to demonstrate?
Oh, and
Yes, let's do the Watusi right now. But actually, the Watusi.
Do it, Maddie. Do the Watusi.
Yes,
Actually, Watusi.
Yes, do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
it's so.
Well, put me on the
Yeah!
That's a fire Watusi.
So members of the GHS band, as well as some independent student musicians, were able to join and be part of the musical for the live music experience. The band teacher was able to orchestrate us doing all this. The person sitting down behind the drums, he was the one, he wasn't in band, but he was able to join it. And he actually did a really, really good job playing the drums. And I was able to teach him how to read the sheet music that came with the drums.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that was that's Gavin Hurley. So one of the things that he was concerned about was he didn't know how to read the sheet music, but then picked it up within a matter of just like a few weeks, I think. I mean, he just really picked it up very quickly. And this is something that I personally am really, really proud of, because that was kind of one of the things whenever we were playing the musical that we didn't want to budge on. We really wanted that live music factor. So whenever we were able to kind of pull that off and everything, that was really exciting, and we got a lot of compliments on that. Fire.
So we had multiple choir and chorale students to make up our cast, obviously, because in a musical you have to sing. And we also had some students that weren't in the chorale program and weren't familiar with the chorale program. And we were able to learn everything because of Mrs. Nikita Parrish. She was very, very good at teaching us the music and the songs and everything for chorale members and non-chorale members.
Yeah, and this was our rehearsal, our audition panel. This was really fun for us in particular, because we got to channel like our inner Simon Cowell and Paula Abdul. It was very exciting.
Okay. We found this gem. She's the best little girl you had ever met. Her name is Fiona Jeffers. She played our little Ruby. I was the lead in the musical. I was Ruby. And she was little me, and she was just the best thing ever. She's in first grade. And I think it really opened her to what theater really is, and she absolutely loved every second of it. And we also had even more people help us with this production. Byron Hurley, Lauren Green, Quade Parker. Lauren Green and Quade Parker actually were in the musical. They played police officers. They did a fantastic. That's awesome. And then I'm sure you guys are very aware of who Kay Dickerson and Robert Dickerson are. Yeah, they helped us with a couple songs.
Yeah, they were our coasters and Little Richard.
That's awesome.
We went in and had them do a voice recording of them singing a few songs that we could play over, and that was really exciting. I don't think we kind of kept that hidden from people, so I think that was exciting. And also, I have to say about Fiona is she will probably take my job eventually, because she already came up to me the day like our closing show and was like, "This is the musical that you need to do next," and I was like, "Whatever you say." And then this is just kind of. Just a still shot of all of our, well, we had some cast members missing here, but something else that we're really proud of is that we, just with ensemble and construction and tech alone, we had over, I counted 55 students, but that doesn't include like our CBI students and our art club, our art class students and our life skills students and all of the other areas. So that was something that was really big to us. We were really proud of that number. And then if you want to go ahead and read your statement.
Good afternoon, you guys. I promise I won't take too long. My name is Madeline Havens. I was the lead in this spring production. I'm a sophomore at Giles High School, and I probably never would have imagined myself singing to over 200 people in a span of 3 days. It was surreal. This is only my second year in theater, actually, and it was such a good opportunity. I feel so blessed to actually get a lead role with my second year. It was a true honor. And also being the lead of a musical that hasn't, Giles High School hasn't had a musical in over 20 years, and I was the lead. So it's crazy to me. GHS Theater Department has helped me have a huge character development in who I am as a person. I've talked to my directors and my parents, and I want to minor in musical theater in college. And I have found such a deep love for theater in general. And I'm not the only one, actually. There are 3 other people that I know of who are just as interested as I am in doing this. And I'm sure there's other people at Narrows who are also in the same boat as me. This musical took a lot of time and dedication. It was stressful, but we lifted each other up and we made an amazing production. And thank you, Dr. Arbegas, for attending our musical. Thank you guys for your time.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Our stage manager couldn't be here this evening. But Cynthia's stage manager is Lyric Henderson, who was an 11th grader. So I just kind of want to read this very quickly. Lyric said, being the GHS Theater Department stage manager was the best thing that happened to me. Yes, I cried, complained, and even doubted that I was good enough for the position, but being in a position of leadership really helped me in the long run. I did a fantastic job as stage manager. I had many positive comments made to me. Miss Bogus herself even told me that we were one and the same, and that I was just like her, born to be a leader and quite bossy. Don't shoot the messenger. She told me that I was her favorite, quote, bossy person. I at first was worried about everything, but soon realized I was made for this job, and with the help of Mr. C, Miss Hagee, and Mama Jess, who was our choreographer, I would be the best stage manager. The set was the biggest and most spectacular thing about our musical. The people who put it together really saved us. I am so glad GHS students and staff help each other out. We really have some good teamwork here. For this musical, the whole cast gave their blood, sweat, and tears, and I'm not talking about just metaphorically. Now, let me elaborate on that one very quickly. Because the only blood that we had 2 splinters. We had 2 splinters. We brought the nurse in, so it's okay. We have been only around for 3 years and have already made big impacts. We are very proud of our... Oh, sorry, I skipped the part. We have been only around for 3 years and have already made big impacts. We won 2nd place our 2nd time doing competitions. Our 1st time we won 3rd. And for the 3rd time we are aiming for 1st, and I know we can get it. We are very proud of our accomplishment. And that is it. I have some more, but just for the sake of time. And thank y'all so much for your work with our sound system. We feel very spoiled, so we appreciate it.
Thank you, Luke.
Thank you.
So, anybody else? Okay.
All right. This time I'd like to introduce our next educational feature. That's going to be from Narrows Elementary Middle School. So I'm introducing Mr. Gautier. If you would please share with us who you brought with you today on behalf of Narrows Elementary.
Absolutely. Thank you, Dr. August. Members of the board, school board office personnel, I'd like to take this time to introduce you all to our Technology Student Association team. This group is comprised of students from grades 5 through 7 at Narrows Elementary who have worked so hard this year in year 3, whether it be before school, during school, after school. This group has approached this school year with determination, dedication to really performing at an exceptional level at the state Technology Student Association competition. 2 weeks ago, we traveled to Hampton. We took 33 students from grades 5 through 7, and we were fortunate enough to have 17 of those students qualify for the national competition later in June. Without further ado, and taken away from Ms. Shrewsbury's presentation that she's put together, this time I'd like to introduce their teacher, our STEM facilitator, and the 2024 top middle school advisor in the state, recognized this 2 weeks ago from Hampton, Ms. Jennifer Shrewsbury.
This is our TSA finalists. For the most part, we're still missing a few. This year's theme was the evolution of excellence. So who would like to, can you talk about that with your blog really quick? And you're blogging about what you all did with how AI is changing education.
So AI is changing education because it can be dangerous. It can be used dangerously, and it can also be used helpfully. But
Yeah, so they placed first for their vlog, and their vlog was supposed to be about the ethical use of AI, and they turned it into the ethical use of AI in education, to where it could talk about how it impacted them, not just everyone.
There's middle school, Jack Buckland.
Jack Buckland is our regional president. John Cottle will be the regional president for the next year, starting actually at the national conference. He will be Virginia or Blue Ridge Region's president. So TSA stands for the Technology Student Association. Kids, are you ready to repeat after me with the motto? All right, ready? Learning to lead in a technical world. So it's all about technology, and it was created to help kids develop skills in science, technology, engineering, and math, and business education to help them work not only among themselves, but with community leaders, and to be able to develop those skills that are going to help them in the future. This is our chapter team. Would anybody from chapter team want to talk to the board?
Sure.
Okay, John.
So in chapter team, it's kind of like a council where you have like the vice president, treasurer, secretary, president, reporter, and sergeant at arms. And they give you like a script, and you have to kind of follow the script and add in parliamentary procedures and make motions and that type of stuff. And you have to memorize your officer duties and stuff. Yeah.
If there was anybody that went to Technosphere, would you mind to stand up in the crowd and say what your project was?
So my name is Lake Dunning, and I did prepared a presentation, and I was part of the chapter teams team for Giles High School. And we will be competing at nationals for chapter teams, and I will be for prepared presentation.
We qualified for nationals with chapter team, but some of my kids are unable to go. So chapter teams at the high school level won't actually be competing, but just to clarify on that.
And we did win it last year too.
Yeah.
Extra robotics. I did the vlogging for
In place of what?
Forensic technology.
Medical technology.
So Giles County took, do you know how many, 116 kids?
Yes.
116 kids last week. Okay, so anything else about chapter 2? Okay, so they offer 37 different middle school competitive events and 40 high school. This year, NEMS competed in 21 events, which actually landed us 8th in the state among all the middle schools in Virginia. So Narrows Elementary Middle School was 8th. I think I talked to Mr. Scott, that's out of about 80 schools. And then Giles County's, our division ranked 4th, and that would have been about 40 divisions. We placed in everything. If it was first place, all the way to 18th place, but that wasn't last because I called and asked about that, just for my insanity. So our community service, they placed first. Girls, would you all like to talk about your community service project?
Because Eric's still here.
We can't show the video because if we show it and it gets leaked and they found out at nationals that we have listed it, they could be possibly disqualified. So
you want me to talk about what we did?
You can talk about what you did. Yeah.
Okay.
Talk to the board. Talk to them.
Okay. So we did a community service project on veterans, and we raised money through selling flags, and we put out flyers throughout our school. And we bought flags, and we took a tag. Yeah, you can go.
And we made these tags on Canva that stated in honor of or in memory of, and the veteran's name and the student who adopted the flag. And the money that we got from the Rueting Club, if that's right.
We got $500 from the Rueting Club.
And we used that money to go shopping for veterans in nursing homes and to buy them hygiene products and the stuff that they may need. And it was around Christmas time, so we also got a box of chocolates and something to put in their room for a Christmas decoration.
From the flags that we put in front of our school on November 9th, That money, it went towards the maintenance of the Veterans Memorial Park in Narrows, and we got recognized at this Veterans Day ceremony, and Mayor Tom Spangler, he suggested that people go and look at the field of flags, and we had a couple comments on that. And we also presented a check to Rick Helms, who's the now president of the VFW.
What are you doing now to add to your project?
Do you want to start?
Yeah, we are selling.
It's called a poppy.
A poppy flower. We are selling stakes of a poppy flower. That's something we will never forget, and a pin along with that. And the money that we get for those, we are buying a wreath for the memorial park, and also for maintenance.
I don't know what to add. Yeah.
We're so thankful to be able to go to Orlando. That is a huge thing to see Giles County. And like last year, these kids went for community service and placed 10th in the nation. So they placed 3rd last year at Technosphere and then went and placed 10th in the region, at nationals. So this year we have high hopes that we will get 1st through 3rd in the nation. I think that we can do it. All right, robotics. Do you all want to talk about robotics?
So we had a competition to do. So we had to build a robot, and we had to compete with other robots with another team, and we would try to get as much points as we could with the other team, and we ended up getting the highest points in the state and getting 1st place.
Awesome. John, do you want to add anything?
Cool. So we went through a lot of different designs, and once we got the design that we liked and the one that fit us both, the one that fits best, we practiced until we really honed in on it and were the best we could be.
I like your strategy when working with the other teams.
Yeah, okay. But so you have these little green blocks, and there's 3 different sizes: little one, medium, and big one. Green is the smallest, but ours can pick up a lot of little green ones at once and dump them in. And also, we all try to we work with the other team to try to only get green blocks, because if you have all your goals with only green blocks, you get extra points, and that strategy has worked well for us.
Walking, would you all like to talk any more about robotics?
We did some research about like Grammarly, ChatGPT, and stuff like that. After we did the research, we decided to type some scripts up and vlog this.
So those are our 1st place teams. We had 3 1st place teams. And our community service also won the Community Service Award for Virginia for their project. Chapter team, do you all want to talk any more about it? They got 2nd place in our Headed to Nationals. That's Raylan, Jack, Allison, John, Brent, and Kirsten.
Kirsten will be leaving.
So they had to go through the process of doing a vote to see who the replacement would be. So they held a meeting and did parliamentary procedure to see who they were going to pick as a replacement. 2nd place, we got essays on technology. And this is a really hard one to compete in, because if you do not follow all of the rules, you're disqualified. So there were probably 18 or so different essays, and because they did not submit their note card, they were disqualified. So 4 people made it through the preliminary round onto the next round. And so Allison got 2nd place. Would you like to talk about? She's written 3 essays now. She wrote 1 at Leadership Academy. What did you place there?
2nd.
2nd at Leadership Academy, 1st at Blue Ridge Regional, and then 2nd at State. So this is her. She's written 3 essays, and now she's going on to write her 4th. You want to talk about?
Basically, my essay, I had to write an outline of what would go in my essay, and my question topic was technologies that should receive greater funding and testing for future development. And I wrote on sustainable energy solutions and talked about solar energy and biomass. I also talked about car safety and how it has increased throughout the years since 1970 to 2022. And I also talked about AI, and I talked about like advanced robots and just things that could help us and get better through medical fields and school and a bunch of car safety.
And then third, we have website design. Here we're moving on to nationals. Girls, do you want to talk about your website?
So one of our members, Sadie Stable, she's not here today, but we have our other three here. And our website thing was a makerspace, so we had to make a fictional makerspace that would be there, and we had to publish it, so it had to be up and live whenever we got our interview in. So that was pretty stressful getting it in by the due date because it was before we went to nationals, and we also had to add work logs and many other things in there. Sadly, we cannot show because we're going to nationals with it, but we're very excited to go to Orlando. Anything y'all would like to add?
And we have many games that we include, and you adults and kids can come, and yeah.
Anything you'd like to add, Ava?
Yeah, we had to include a place to reserve the rooms and equipment, and we had some struggle with that because where we are inside of the Giles County School District, it wouldn't show up. So,
for the interview.
You've overcome that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we fixed it.
All right, and then, so the rest are fourth and below. They will not actually, well, one will be competing, but they are not actually going with us to Orlando. So we have construction challenge. Maybe, do you want to talk about that? Me. Turn around and talk to them, not me. I know.
Wait, you Me and Aubrey and Truly, she's not here.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, so me and her and another girl, Truly, we had to build a community building that would be helpful in our community, and we chose to build a day sport program for special needs.
That's awesome.
That's great. And Junior Solar Sprint, they built cars that they had to build a circuit on them this year, which was a next step from last year's. Mass production, you're here. Do you want to talk about it?
Yeah. So we had to get some fabric, and we found a DIY for a sewed pouch. Because you would get more points added on if you would make it instead of just buying all this and putting it together. And so we got fabric, and we cut the links, and then we hand sewed the zippers on, and then it would not unzip. So we had to get new zippers and then sew them back on, and now it zipped. And then we had to sew the edges with the sewing machine. And then inside the pouch, there was 3 3D printed containers. One was like a treasure chest that was like about this big, and it held fish on it with like magnets on the back that were laminated, so you could also take the dry erase markers that were in there and write numbers on them. So like with the fishing pole, since it was magnetic, when you caught the fish, you could add up the numbers or subtract numbers, so you could also learn from our game. And then there was also a container for X's and O's.
And most of our games is in this portable and recyclable CD case. So whenever you open it, we have this tic-tac-toe, and then on the other side we have a fishing pond, which is for Fishing Frenzy. And then on the back we just have a plain whiteboard, so you can draw or even make your own game. And then on the front we have Hangman. And it also comes with 2 dry erase markers and a eraser.
And they've done all these by themselves. They've taken the initiative to come and see me, to go to Miss McLaughlin, to go to any other teacher and say, hey, we need help with this. And we have to help them figure out a way to overcome problems. Do you all want to talk about Children's Store? So we had a lot that placed fourth. So yes, we're taking 6 teams, but we had 4, I think it's 6 that placed. Well, we had 5. We had 5 that placed fourth. And so they were right on that brink of being able, like probably points away from being third. But next year, we will get it next year.
It was within 2 inches.
Yeah, you want to talk, let them talk about children's story and then you can talk about problem solving.
Okay, so our children's story theme was friendship and inclusion, because that was the theme for everybody to do, and we got 4th out of, was it 18 finalists? About 18 finalists, and we got 4, so that's pretty big for us since we were right on the needle to right on the line to get this done, and we had a lot of help from one of our teachers. Her name is Jana Lively, and she's the new English teacher this year for 7th grade, and she helped us a lot with this process. Some days we even stayed till 5 o'clock to try to get it done, balancing the portfolio, the drawing, the writing, the editing. Yeah, we stayed on a Sunday for, how many hours was it?
This group is very dedicated to TSA.
And I was lucky to have one of my best friends on my team, and she also is very great at art, so she did most of the art in that. And I'm just really proud of us for getting it. You got anything else to say about it?
Yes. Our story is about a squirrel named Twig and a little caterpillar named Lily. And Lily was born with a deformed leg, which made it hard to do things, which was part of the acceptance part. And she needed a leaf to become a Luna moth. And Twig helped her, which is
Wow.
That's right.
That's awesome.
John, you want to talk about
Got us up here crying. I know, we're
Don't know all they've done this year.
It's impressive.
John, you want to talk about problem solving?
Yeah, sure. But so in problem solving, they give us a set amount of materials. They give us a couple bendy straws, some popsicle sticks, note cards, and sheets of paper. Then we could use tape and glue to put it together. Well, but the problem was we had to get a ping pong ball as high off the ground as possible. Though the only thing that could touch the ground was a plastic cup. And we had to be able to kind of stabilize it and add supports and that type of stuff. That way it wouldn't teeter-totter and fall off. And I think we were within an inch of getting 3rd place and within 2 inches of 1st. So it was really, really close.
We also competed in biotechnology, and they focused on salinity and using bioremediation and how they removed the pollutants from the water before they put them back in. That was Cameron Polly, Journey Eastburn, Abigail Long, and Lily Wheeler. Do you want to talk about it since you're here?
So for biotechnology, we studied bioremediation, which is removing pollutants from the land. We had an in-person interview with Chris Blankenship, which is one of the workers from Celanese, and he's in charge of everything, which is the process that removes the pollutants so that way it can go back into the river. And we had to do several research and asking him questions and figuring out how it works and what it has to go through to get back into the river clean.
Awesome. Good job. Inventions and innovations, they're not here. They built a door to be able to help, they built a door with the help of Miss Gwaltney and Miss McLaughlin to where when there was an intruder drill, they could easily remove the magnetic strip and it would just be hanging beside your door versus trying to fumble. They did really good with theirs. Junior Solar, they placed 5th. It was 5th, yeah. And then structural engineering, they got 8th. Do you want to talk about that since you are here?
So we had to build a bridge, and they would test it by putting weight on it. We ended up building 5 bridges this year. We did one for Leadership Academy. We didn't place, and then we built one at regional, and then we placed 1st. And we did 4 states. We did one that we gave one, and that held 24 pounds. And we built one at states that held 27 pounds. We had to draw it and make a portfolio and counting all the pieces and the lengths.
Impressive. So then we had another Vex Robotics team that placed 8th. We had promotional marketing. She had to design a t-shirt, a brochure, and a video for a fake STEM night. 11th was digital photography, and then 13th we had leadership strategies. 18th was prepared speech, and 18th was flight. So they did really good. So we did have some special. GCPS won the Leadership Award, and then NEMS got the Community Service Award. And then here's our top finalists that will be headed to Orlando, with the exception of Kirsten. We will miss her. They are very excited, and we are very thankful to be able to have this opportunity to take 16 kids to Orlando. I'm sure it's going to be a fun trip. It'll be great for parents. But they were great at Hampton. Like, I couldn't have asked for a better group to take with me. And I could not have done it without the help of my other teachers and Mr. Gautier and the school board and Paula. We couldn't have made it this far without support, and the support of parents. We couldn't have made it this far without support. So any of you want to add anything? So here's some pictures. This was their book, and they did all the illustrations, and they bound it. And then working on robotics. They stayed up even while we were in Hampton. We were up until midnight. We even made it through a fire drill. On the 7th floor, trying to make it all the way down. That was quite eventful. 12 in the morning. Yeah, it was at midnight. So they were up late working to make sure they were ready for those presentations. Because whenever you go down there, you don't know if you're going to make it past that preliminary round. You don't know if you're going to make it to the semifinals. And so, you're waiting and waiting for your number to pop up. And as soon as it pops up, you're working on that interview to make sure that you're going to have it the best that you can be. So that was kind of stressful, trying to look for, how many of you all memorized your number?
13590.
How many times did you look for it?
A lot. Because I remember children's were coming in so late.
Yeah.
It was like 12 o'clock.
So this is our flight demonstration. You can barely see the plane, but he did really well. His wing broke on the second time because you have to build it in 45 minutes. Mm-hmm. So a plane that he may have taken, is Jeff in here, Jeff? How long did it take him to build a plane on average?
About 2 hours.
About 2 hours. So he had to condense that down to 45 minutes. And once, whatever materials they give you, if you break it, it's done. So it is a very stressful event. That's the door that they built with the help of Miss Gwatney and Miss McLaughlin. And then this was an impromptu photo at the end, so we don't have everybody in it. We tried to, but some people we were ready to leave after that awards ceremony that lasted until they were hungry. It was like 1 o'clock before we left. So just some more pictures while we were there. And that's our chapter team. Mr. Beckman headed up the chapter team. And then introducing John Cottle, Blue Ridge Regional President, and Allison Buckland, Blue Ridge Regional Vice President. Do you all have any questions for us or them?
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, Jay.
I just like to tell y'all, you're going to really be proud of yourselves. I know all Giles County's going to be. Good job. I knocked it out of the ballpark.
Super impressive. Is the children's book publishable, sellable? Can I get a copy?
We can work on that. It's all digital.
It'll be
in
the library.
Yeah, we can work on that.
Love that.
Because they can't have it professionally bound for the competition, but we could look at having it professionally bound. Yes.
But you retain all the rights to the book post-competition?
Yes.
Very impressive.
You have to talk with their agent about that.
Need an agent.
Yeah. I mean, amazing, guys. I mean, all your work. I mean, and you can just tell how excited you are. And it's so exciting to see young people just eager to learn. I mean, you just did great. And John, and I watched your interview, and you just seemed like a natural. You didn't get a bit nervous with the WSLS? I could tell. Miss Shrewsbury did a great job. She said she was a little nervous, though. But great job. We are just so proud of you. And this is the best part of our job, when we get to come and see what you guys do and what you learn, and we're just very proud of you. So proud. But thank you.
Great job. As you guys know, I was down there watching you, and it was great to see you. You represented us well in the competition. You represented us well outside the competition. Everybody that went down there, you should be proud of that. Even the bunches in the room next to me, nobody woke me up, so that's good.
I have one final question just for this group of students. Did you all, in working through these projects and going through the competition, did any of you find like inspiration that this is a career path you might want to follow, or you found your new love? You already got like 3 big nods. Okay, what did you get like most inspired by?
Probably the community service.
Yes.
I like that even though we can't put a lot of the things in the video because there is a time restraint, we are following up with that throughout the year, and we're doing stuff for Memorial Day, and hopefully we can continue doing veteran things next year.
How about that?
That's awesome.
Love that. Anybody else? You're like, I know because of this I want to do this. What?
With mass production, I really liked making this stuff and learning how to do new stuff, like learning how to use the sewing machine, learning how to hand sew. It was a lot to learn, but I really loved it at the end whenever I learned it all. And it was just really fun, and I like that it's like, okay, this is like our product, and we have to act like we're going to like sell this and stuff.
You're already a businesswoman. I know that.
She is.
I know that.
So can we hire you if we need some stuff worked on our clothes? So we'll just call you and say.
I believe you can talk the talk.
Anybody else?
I learned a lot of coding stuff, so I want to be like a professional coder, and I have done some coding in the past.
Okay.
Our website has made me like stretch out my reach of more things that I could do. Like I learned how to use sites because Canva wasn't working for us, so Ms. Shrewsbury helped us put it in sites, and that's how we kind of got it to this level and how we figured it out and made it work.
Super good.
Renee's done this with the coding, haven't you?
Very good. Super proud of all of you.
Good job.
Technology Student Association.
So what we want to do now is take the opportunity on behalf of, I guess, the TSA, Technosphere 2024, the John Monroe Middle School Advisor of the Year, we'd like to present this plaque to Ms. Shrewsbury. So.
It's going to be a big group picture. Are we standing? Or are you going to stand there?
Make sure you can see the phone, the camera.
Right. It's like a cameras.
On 3. 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
Thank y'all. Great job. Very nice.
Good job.
The administrators and the teachers that went and advisors in this that went, and it was great. We had such great support from our faculty here.
Great. I want to thank Ms. Tiff. Thank you for everything that you did, working with all the schools, getting this all lined up. I know you're still working on getting nationals lined up to go to Orlando, so we appreciate all the work that you've done with that as well.
Well, it's been amazing working with all the schools. I do want to recognize, I think some people may have had to go from.
I was going to get them to come up, but I don't. I was going to get them all to come up and get a picture, but I don't want to leave some.
I think Giles High School's facilitator is here, so she'd like to stand. This is Judy Dudding. She is one of the facilitators from Giles High School. Her and Team Malabad kind of run PSA in that building, so they've done a very wonderful job. And she has 2 students that will be going to nationals in Orlando.
Rachel, the young lady who talked in drama in the long, pretty black outfit, she will be the other one from Giles High School competing at nationals in essays on technology. And then Leighton is still going to do prepared presentation, even though our chapter teams kind of fell out on us. But so those will be, I just wanted to point out Rachel because she left with a drama. So she was one of the first here. Students and teachers here, Brandy Smith and Jessica Allen are the facilitators for Macy, and they have their group of robotics students. I'm not sure if any more are here. I think they have to leave maybe. But I would like to recognize their hard work. I think their robotics team, Amanda, came in fourth in the state. So just missed that 3rd place. They worked very hard at Macy, so we're very proud of all of them as well. We had teams from Eastern and from Mayor's High School that also participated, and I don't think that they came today, but I would like to recognize them. Leah Witt is the facilitator at Mayor's High School, and Courtney Tuggle is the facilitator at Eastern. So I would like to recognize all those people for putting a lot of work into the students.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Of course you can, honey.
She's gonna be here a little longer than.
That's all right.
We got plenty.
I love you, Addie. You can have it.
Addie, I'll share with you.
I'm all right. It's just me. I'm nobody.
She's
gonna be something.
She's a sister like that too.
Yes.
Thank you, Paula. Thank you.
Yes, they've
Now if somebody needs to
they've
win,
worked really
somebody
hard.
needs to win the lottery.
I know. I mean, what are we gonna do next year?
I don't know. I mean, we need to win the lottery.
Yeah, I know, but thank you all very much. I appreciate all your support.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. So, do we have any public comment? Moving on. All right, having no public comment, let's move on to the consent items, which are the meeting April 18th, bills, payroll, revenue expenditure reports, preparation requests, field trips, surplus, and the approval of the consent items. So, can I get a motion to approve those?
Make a motion to approve those items.
Got a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Passes unanimously.
Thank you. Thanks, sir. I'm gonna move on to some personnel contractual items I need to ask the board to approve. I need to ask the board to approve the following athletic coaching contracts. Marina Rose, Giles High School head JV softball. Bentley Ratcliffe, Giles High School groundskeeper. Luke Craig, Giles High School head theater. Casey Lucas, Giles High School baseball assistant. Stephen Sharp, Giles High School boys soccer varsity assistant. And Ben Woodyard, Narrows High School weightlifting coach.
All right, can I get a motion to approve the athletic coaching contracts as presented?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye.
Need to ask the board to approve the transfer of Elizabeth Evick from Mason McClarity to Eastern Elementary Middle School effective for the 24-25 school year.
Can I get a motion to approve the transfer of Miss Evick?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
All right. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye.
Need to ask the board to approve the following resignation. Hannah Keating, our occupational therapist, that'll be effective June 6, 2024.
Can I get a motion to approve the resignation of Ms. Keating?
Make that motion.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye.
Need to ask the board to approve the following rollover of RFP 5-2020. That's bus driver, student athlete, drug and alcohol testing. That's the second of 3 possible one-year rollovers, and the bid will be effective from July 1st, 2024 to June 30th, 2025. Prices remain the same for the next year.
Can I get a motion to approve the rollover of RFP 5-220 or 2020?
I'll make a motion to approve that.
Second.
Motion and second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye.
Need to ask the board to approve the rollover of RFP 4-2020. That's custodial supplies. That again will be the second of 3 possible one-year rollovers, and the bid will be effective from July 1, 2024 through June 30th, 2025. I believe you received the spreadsheet for reviewing the costs and prices of the items that Oliver Distributing gave to us, and there's a minimal increase, maybe 20 cents for some items. But trash bags, cleaning rags, etc., went down significantly. So if you have any, so I'd ask the board to approve that at this time.
All right, can I get a motion to approve RFP 4-2020?
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye.
This time, I also need to ask the board, upon receipt of notification of necessary state funding, I ask the board to approve all personnel appointments, non-reappointments, and transfers as recommended by the principals and administrators that you were provided for the 24-25 school year.
To approve that with the quorum we've got today, I think you're going to have to break off this tech center and Narrows High School into separate from those.
Correct. I will. Okay.
So can I get a motion to approve all the employment as recommended except for the Giles Technical Center and the Naris High School.
So, second.
Okay. Any discussion? All right, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Okay, we're good. All right, can I get a motion to approve, and I cannot participate in the discussion or the voting on this, but can I get a motion to approve the recommendations for employment for the Giles Technical Center? I have a conflict of interest because my wife is on one of those lists.
I will make a motion to approve that.
Second.
Motion second, any discussion? All right, all in favor?
Aye.
I abstained. All right, can I get a motion to approve the employment recommended for Naris High School?
So moved.
Can I get a second?
Second.
All right, got a motion and a second. Any discussion? All right, all in favor say aye. Ms. Quinn? Yeah, aye. Aye. Okay, that passes unanimously with Ms. Gwen abstaining from discussion and vote. All right, good. Nobody's going to jail. Hey, they got to ask the councilman on that.
This time I need to ask the board to approve following for the 24-25 school year regarding authorizations. And one, I need to ask the board to approve that the chairman, the school board chairman, and myself can accept RFPs and offer employment between school board meetings if necessary. You want to do them individually, I assume?
Yeah.
So I need to ask the board to approve that at this time.
Can I get a motion to approve that policy as presented?
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Any discussion?
And all actions will be brought to the full board as normal, but it's just in between board meetings. There's things we'll need to, in order to keep moving forward.
And typically, in my practice, and then the practice has been on this board, if there's anything controversial, the chairman doesn't easily approve it and brings it to the full board. So, all in favor say aye. Aye. Passes unanimously.
Thank you. I also need to ask the board to approve for the 24-25 school year in the event that I'm unavailable, that my designee, who would be Miss Lisa Mustaine, would be able to sign documents if I happen to be unavailable. So I would ask the board to approve that, and that would be effective July 1st through next year.
Do I have a motion to approve Miss Mustaine as the designee?
I'll make a motion to approve Ms. Mustaine.
Got a motion second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Passes unanimously.
Thank you. I'm going to approach the policy revisions, I guess three different ones. You were provided a group of policies last board meeting. We passed by the last board meeting, had conversation at the work session. So at this time, I would ask that the board approve those policies. And I believe we're going to table policy FFA from that packet to have further discussions during the next work session.
Can I get a motion to approve the packet of policies that were presented with the exception of policy FFA?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Got a motion second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. No opposed, so unanimously.
Based on the conversation from that we've had over the last couple of months regarding the sick leave policy for payment of days at retirement, you were presented with a policy change there, increasing the dollar amount from $20 to $40 and still keeping a cap of 200 days. So at this time, I'd ask the board to approve that change.
Can I get a motion to approve the revised sick leave policy? I can't talk tonight.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion second. Any discussion?
And that would be once the board, if and when the board approves it, it'll become effective
immediately.
Immediately.
All right. Any further discussion on that? All in favor, say aye. Aye.
And the third one is you were presented with the wellness policy from our policy manual as well for a first read. We'll discuss that during work session, see if there's any changes we need to make. And if there's any changes we need to make, we'll bring it to you at the June board meeting for any approval.
All right.
So I just wanted to make you aware of that. As we've done in the past, in regards to Governor School, we need to get the board to approve the next 2-year agreement with Governor School. It's 24-25, 25-26 school year agreement, and that would be to fund 20 students attending Governor School.
Okay, a motion to approve the 2024 to 2026 Governor School agreement.
I'll make that motion. Second.
A motion second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Okay, passes unanimously.
You may keep going, or you
go ahead.
Got some update information for the board. As information, enrollment as of today, our enrollment was 2,192. That's 2,183 students in person and 9 in-county virtual students. That is an increase of 4 from the beginning of May. So, and we also have 1,318 stride students. So we have a total of 3,510 students. And if you want to also, we should also include, we have 89 pre-K students, so you can add 89 pre-K students on top of that. Want to recognize some students from the Technology Center. They participated in State Skills USA competition in Virginia Beach towards the end of April. Josh Allen, second place in welding. Haley Myers, second place in occupational scrapbook. And Camden Judd, third place in precision machining. So congratulations to them for that. For their work. Also had the opportunity to participate in Tuesday evening in the nursing capping and certificate ceremony. So congratulations to those students that finished the program there, and best of luck to them as they continue to pursue their future endeavors. Narrows High School, want to congratulate Narrows High School for being recognized as one of the 100 best WISE high schools. This list recognizes excellence in personal finance instruction among WISE National Network of Schools that participate in its financial literacy certification program. So based on the average test score from each school, with consideration given to the number of tests taken and the socioeconomic background of the students each school has, Narrows High School was recognized within the top 100. So congratulations to them for that recognition. We already heard this evening a little earlier, Giles High School Theater. Here's their playbill if you're interested in looking at it and reviewing it. Just want, again, a great activity that the students were very, very impressed with what they did, and great to see that number of students participating in the theater program and in that program. So thank you all for that. That they did a very nice job, I thought. Technosphere, TSA results. Can't say enough about how the students represented us. Again, thank Mrs. Tibbs for the work that she's done. Thank all of our facilitators at each of the schools for the work that they've done with the students. I'm going to take a little bit of time from each school just to recognize the students. I was hoping to have them all come up and take a picture, but some of them happened to leave, so I just want to make sure we recognize students. Eastern Elementary Middle School, and if I forget somebody, I will apologize right now. But Eastern had 13 students that they took to compete in the Virginia State TSA competition in Hampton. Bailey, I'll just go through them. Digital photography in middle school, Bailey Reed was 7th place. Junior solar sprint car teams, Molly Lasley and David Roseberry were 19th. Nathan Bradley, Samuel Pulliam were 22nd. Middle school children's stories, Bailey Reed and Mackenzie Wright were 17th. Problem solving, Bailey Reed, Mackenzie Wright 12th. Vex IQ robotics, Grayson Buckland, Tucker Carball, Ella Hurt, and Andrew Schluter, 2nd place. And again, a Vex IQ robotics team, Keaton Hoffman, Elijah Morris, William Mullins, 12th place. So again, the 2nd place robotics team, they will be able to compete in the National TSA Conference as well. So congratulations to them. Macy, Those students participated in 13 different events. Dragster, we had Carter Thwaites, and then we had Brandon Fleeman. Brandon Fleeman placed 12th. Forensic Technology, Charlene Compton and Reese Garland placed 15th. Junior Solar Sprint, Owen Bunker, Jace Carball, Ashley McKinney, Catherine Ross, 11th place. Leadership Strategies event, 2 teams, Lily Krieger, Daniel Ratcliffe, and Phoebe Sadler, 11th place. Blair Powell, Skylar Riggs, Lillian Scott, 12th place. Mass Production, Wyatt Clark, Peyton Evans, Kyle Farrell, Brandon Fleeman, Brady Williams, 12th place. Mechanical Engineering event, Carson Bostwick, Huxon Clater, Grant Janelle, Easton Sharp, Carter Thwaites, and Colson Tickle, 12th place. The other team, Wyatt Clark, Kyle Farrell, Brady Williams, 13th place. Medical Technology Issues, Peyton Evans, Savannah Hanlon, 5th place. Middle School Children's Stories event, Tucker Lindsay, 19th place. Blair Powell, Skylar Riggs, Lillian Scott, 21st place. MS Coding, Tucker Lindsay, Aiden Williams, 13th place. Technology Bowl Middle School, Lily Krieger, Daniel Ratcliffe, Phoebe Sadler, 9th place. Off the Grid, Lillian Brown, Charlene Crompton, Reese Garland, Meredith Lucas, Lillian Meredith, 16th place. 2 teams for the VEX IQ Robotics, Carson Bostwick, Huxon Clater, Grant Janelle, Easton Sharp, and Colson Tickle, 4th place. The second team was Savannah Hanlon and Aiden Robbins, 11th place. And then the vlogging, Lillian Brown, Meredith Lucas, Lillian Meredith, 2nd place. Congratulations to those students as well. Nares Elementary, you heard a lot about their team. They had 33 students that went to Hampton. 6 teams qualified for the TSA National Tournament in June. They had 3 teams place first. Nares Elementary Middle School was ranked 8th middle school program in the state based on their performance. Giles County Public Schools was ranked 4th division in the state. Jennifer Shrewsbury named 2024 Middle School Advisor in the state. Congratulations to her. John Cottle named the upcoming Blue Ridge Region President. Congratulations to him, and congratulations to Jack Buckland for being the president for the past 2 years. Allison Buckland awarded the 2024 Leadership Award. Let's see. Biotechnology event, Journey Eastburn, Abigail Long, Cameron Polly, Lily Wheeler, 5th place. Community Service Video, Allison Buckland, Adelie Clark, and Bryn Jones, 1st place. They will be attending, going to nationals. Construction Challenge, Truly Fisher, Aubrey Frazier, Mabry Gautier, 4th place. Digital Photography, Rebecca Farmer, 11th place. Interventions and Innovation, Kaylin Duracker, McKenna Cooper, Rebecca Farmer, 5th place. Junior Solar Sprint event, 2 teams, Macy Bowman, Wyatt Buckland, Lila Cousin, Landry Crane, Peyton Northrop, 4th place. Journey Smith, Lexi Smith, 6th place. Leadership Strategies, Jack Buckland, John Cottle, Kristen Smith, 13th place. Mass Production, Adelie Clark, Kendall Dunford, Truly Fisher, Ella Frazier, 4th place. MS Chapter Team, Raylan Allen, Jack Buckland, Allison Buckland, John Cottle, Bryn Jones, Kristen Smith, 2nd place. MS Children's Stories, Marissa Bogus, Ava Holly, 4th place. Middle School Essays on Technology, Allison Buckland, 2nd place. Prepared Speech, Brooklyn Skidmore, 18th place. Problem Solving, John Cottle, Preston Mitchell, 4th place. Promotional Marketing, Brooklyn Skidmore, 9th place. Structural Engineering, Raylan Allen, Jack Buckland, 8th place. VEX IQ Robotics, 2 teams. Jack Buckland, John Cottle, Mabry Gautier, Addison Spicer, Lily Wheeler, 1st place. Noah Bowles, Allison Buckland, Bryn Jones, Preston Mitchell, Cameron Polly, 8th place. Vlogging, Kendall Dunford, Truly Fisher, Aubrey Frazier, Mabry Gautier, 1st place. And then Website Design, Marissa Bogus, Ella Frazier, Ava Holly, Sadie Stables, 3rd place. Giles High School had 12 students competed in the TSA conference in 6 events. I believe it was audio podcasting. Madison St. Clair was 14th. Debating technological issues, Jonah Jackson, Abigail McCoy, 9th place. Extemporaneous presentation, we had 3 there. Ryan Baum was 8th, Quinn Smits 14th, and Abigail McCoy 15th. High school chapter team, Leighton Dudding, Casey Feltz, Colin Newble, Daniel Newble, James Vaden, and Samuel Vaden were 3rd. High school essays on technology, Rachel Hart was 3rd, Stephanie Bryant was 11th, and then prepared presentation, Leighton Dudding 4th, and James Vaden 8th. And then Narrows High School had students as well. High school essays on technology, Elizabeth Chapman, 7th place. High school Vex Robotics, Cooper Sutphin and Johnny Frazier, 7th. And then high school board game design, John Frazier and Cambria Gross were the top 12 semifinalists. So again, congratulations to all those students. We had 116 students go to Hampton. That's amazing. It's a great showing, great representation for Giles County Public Schools. Again, I can't thank our facilitators enough. Can't thank Ms. Tibbs enough for the work that they did, getting the kids prepared, ready to go to states, and now getting ready to try to go to nationals at the end of June. So best of luck to all the students, and we wish you well as you go down there in June. Just a couple other items. Just a reminder, prom's this weekend, so I hope everybody has a good time, and just encourage everyone to be safe and be safe out there this weekend. And want to thank the educational features, Giles High School, Ms. Bogus and Luke Craig for being here this evening. Thank you for being here. And Narrows Elementary Middle School, Chris Gautier and Ms. Shrewsbury and all the students. Thank you all for here for such a great educational feature. Last week was Teacher Appreciation Week, so I'm just going to, again, thank all of our teachers and staff for what they do for our students each day, every day for our kids and our schools. And last Wednesday was Nurse Appreciation Day, so I want to thank them as well for the work that they do, taking care of our kids and staff at school each day also. And the last thing I think that I have to share is just to let you know, this summer, based on, we did put out information again to see interest about non-congregate feeding. We did not have the staff respond that could to do it. So we are going to do congregate feeding during summer school, and that'll be the 4 weeks that summer school is in session at Giles High School. We have a bus that will run in the Eastern District, Central District, and the Western District to bring students there and take them back. So it'll be one in each area. So it's going to be June 10th, 11th. It's going to be the Monday through Thursday the first week, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday the second week, Monday through Thursday the third week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday the fourth week, because there's holidays in 2 of those weeks. And breakfast is going to be 8 to 9:30, and lunch is going to be 11 to 1.
How are we going to handle it? We're going to run the buses twice? Morning and evening, morning and lunch? Breakfast and lunch?
We're not running for breakfast, we're running for lunch.
For lunch.
Yes, sir. And then
What time
breakfast.
I just said picking them up and taking them back.
Yeah. Breakfast will be 8 to 9:30, and lunch is 11 to 1. So they'll be, again, it's open to any public. It's going to be students up to 18 free, and adults will be paid. Don't know the dollar amount because I don't know if we determined that yet.
Yeah, I hate we couldn't do the other program, but at least we're trying to help some of them.
We'll continue looking next year to see if we can. But I wanted to make sure you all were aware and knew what we were planning on doing, because the application was put in, and we'll start communicating this out here in the next week or so, a little bit better. Sounds good. The only thing I have is dates, but I figured you all want to go through.
We need a date next week.
Need a date next week to do an interview of finalists, yes, sir.
Best day for me is Thursday or Friday. or Wednesday afternoon. That's coming too. Possibly Tuesday afternoon.
I could do Thursday morning or pretty much anytime Friday.
Thursday morning look like everybody.
You good
Oh,
Thursday
yeah.
morning?
Okay.
Do whatever.
Do Thursday morning at 9, 8:30, 9.
9.
As long as you feed me breakfast, I'll be here.
Sam's pretty good at that.
We put that, and let's notice that as a work session, but potentially to vote to approve the budget. Even though we spend most of it in closed session. All right. When you, closeout session, I guess.
Closeout meeting would be June 27th. Normally that's at 7:30. Glenn likes that.
I love it. It's early bird here.
AM?
AM.
Yeah.
It's our closeout.
Sorry, sorry, yeah, 7:30.
I just want to be really clear.
Yeah.
Yeah. There will be ham biscuits or else we'll have a new clerk.
Twice a year.
Everybody all right with June 27th at 7:30 in the morning?
That work.
Me and Miss Price will probably be here about 7:31 or 32.
Yeah, I think
That's right.
we probably ought to set a work session. If we had another round of interviews, could you get those done June 17th and not have to come back in July or the week of June 17th, 16th? Is that too short on the posting?
Just a quick turnaround on the posting.
If you give me 5 days, I'll get it done.
It's just, if for some reason there would be another position open up that we'd have to interview for, I was wanting to have it late enough in the month that maybe we wouldn't have to come back in July and do it.
You're saying the 17th?
They're taking the week of the. Week of the 17th.
Oh, weekend.
We don't have to. I was just saying, I'd like to, if we could kill two birds with one stone. And if it doesn't work out for that, then it may be a mood issue on that. But we can, let's just set the work session any day that week that's good for anybody other than the 17th, because there's a
Training, administrative, and 19th is a holiday. So you want to do it Thursday the 20th, a week before?
Yeah, we can do that.
June 20th on work session.
I'm not here. I don't know if that matters. I'm not here that day.
What time would you like? 9 o'clock?
That's fine.
I just wanted you to know.
Where you gonna be?
Not here.
They give you vacation?
Okay, June 20th at 9 o'clock. I anticipate that we'll have our meeting with the two board supervisors on June 5th at 1. And we have graduation June 6th at Giles High School at 7 o'clock, June 7th at Nearest High School at 7 o'clock, just so you know.
What was the date on the tech center graduation again?
Tech Center graduation is
29th.
29th at 7 o'clock.
graduation is the 29th at 7.
29th at 7 o'clock at Giles Tech Center.
No, that's at Narrows. Right.
It's at Narrows High School. Correct.
Got it.
That's all the dates.
All right.
Let's receive.
I guess we'll start with Mr. Williams.
Mr. Watkins, hang on there a second.
Almost out of there.
I was watching her. I was making sure she's in the barn. Did y'all figure out what you're gonna do with your trees out the high school?
I guess we're gonna, I mean, we have to get rid of them. We have to get some. We have to get rid of them. We probably need to put something up there for the walls and stuff.
But I was gonna bring up the ones in ours. You understand we got one price, did we, on the ones in ours, another price?
Don't know. I've asked Bobby to get them and I've not heard back.
He's waiting on somebody else. It'd be a lot better for us while we do it, lump it together at one time.
I think we do the best we can to save whatever we do on that. So,
okay.
Have a good evening.
I was hoping we'd had a couple quotes by today, but we put it off to next time. Which I've got a lot of questions on the one thing on all these other projects we're looking at maybe doing. I hope that we would get Thompson Litton involved with it a little bit and get a quote from both of them get a quote from Thompson Litton on where we have to have an engineer involved. Some of them we're not going to have to, but if the two roads with VDOT, it's got to be engineered.
Do you want us to have Terry before one of the work sessions reach out to Thompson Litton and see what pricing would be?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you
I wasn't real impressed with the DMM's price. I can tell you, they ain't even in the ballpark. Get them jobs done for them.
I like you. I agree. I'm hopeful that sometimes they put a lot of cushion in there, but I'm like you. I'd rather have the actual numbers and.
We'll bid it off in. I hope the county can do some of it, but what we have to bid off, they can't do.
Well, I think let's get a price, and I think then we have Terry do that. We'll discuss it and get it.
That's good. That's great.
Everybody good with that?
I want to compliment all the kids again. I tell you, it blew my mind tonight, what they've accomplished this year. Them and the teachers, and I want to pat the parents on the back. They've got a lot of help at home, them kids have. On our employees of the month thing there, I know I guess I didn't get it across. I was hoping we could do it for all our secondary staff. Bus driver, mix it up or recognize somebody from all our support staff. It's not just the cafeteria.
We're going to.
Okay.
We wanted to get it started and
that's great.
And to get it implemented, and then we're going to move to.
Okay. Just want to make sure of that. Like I said, these projects, I was hoping to talk to them about, but I won't keep you on no longer tonight. Catch you next time.
All right. Thank you.
I just want to echo what Mr. Williams said about the students and the teachers. That is so impressive, the fact that our county sent that many students. So congratulations to everybody that's been involved. I know that was truly a labor of love and passion. I loved especially hearing the kids who found inspiration in the work that they've done and have vision for what they might want to do later in their life and to keep learning. So super impressive. Thank you to all the teachers for Teacher Appreciation Week last week. That should be forever, every day, not just in that week, obviously, and for Nurses Appreciation Week also. Congratulations to all the kids that competed and scored or and placed with TSA and Skills USA. Just so much great stuff going on, and big hugs to all the parents who have kids getting ready to graduate in a couple of weeks. May is such a crazy time. I'm overwhelmed with one getting ready to graduate and trying to get through all the things that we have to do. So I just hope everybody enjoys prom and is safe this weekend and makes it through to graduation with big smiles and happy hearts.
I can't even believe we're talking about graduation. I mean, like sitting here thinking, wow, it just seems like we were starting the beginning of the year. I'm sure our teachers might not think that, right? So how many days? Is it 13?
I actually lost track.
Because I've been here, it's about 13, 14, yeah, crazy. But again, talking about getting to see our kids, I love the little ones, but also the adult, they're not quite adults yet, but almost. And of course, I've known Luke for a long time, and he does a great job. So we're lucky to have him, lucky to have you. And like I said, it's just great just to see their passion. I love the theater. I love, all the different things that we offer. So thank you for working with that. But again, the young kids, it's just amazing, what they do in their little minds. And it's kind of like we'll get to see what they're going to do one day. I mean, we might not be sitting up here, but it's like you look at them and think, oh my gosh, my kids played ball with their moms. And, so it's pretty exciting to see it. But again, thanks to all those. Miss Shrewsbury does an amazing job. She spends a lot of time, and you can tell it really is her passion. So we're lucky to have her. I love the STEM, and I look at how it's coming about in Giles County. And, I think that we're all committed to that and getting our STEM labs and doing, all that. So just a big shout out to that. And our teachers. I know last week my daughter said, we got really spoiled. So I'm sure everybody did. I mean, I've heard they had massages and all kinds of little things and coffee and treats. So hopefully you got spoiled every day last week. So pretty exciting, but thanks to our teachers, because of course we couldn't do it without them. They are the ones to do all the work, and that they just love our kids, and they pour their hearts into it. So just thank you for them. And again, our cafeteria, our bus, it's just like one great big old puzzle piece. So thank you. And thank you to Lisa and Dr. Arbogast, and thoughts for Mr. Brown. I know he's had surgery, so he's in our thoughts and prayers, and hopefully he's getting along. He had it yesterday, so everything went good.
Yes, very well.
So we just want to remember him. And but other than that, that's about all I've got to say. And let's get this year done. A couple weeks to go.
Thank you for your work you did on the theater, Mr. Craig. And Mr. Orsano is doing a great job in theirs. I really, that's something that makes me happy to see, because I think we're really reaching by the re-emphasis of that in our system and the arts. I think we're striving to get some kids that, we maybe weren't providing enough opportunities for. And I think, and I'm happy, I'm glad that sound system and the light system, and then we've got some money in the budget for NARES to do the same thing, to get something nice there. You guys were doing a great job with baling wire and bubble gum to try to keep everything going, but it's great, and you see the kids. We've got talent. I mean, the great thing, you see it in the theater. Both Giles has done a great job, and theirs has done a great job in these competitions, the VHSL competitions. But when you take our kids, even in these younger kids, when they've gone and they've had the opportunity to support behind them to excel, they do well. They stack up. That as a board member sitting there in that award ceremony and seeing Giles County Public Schools again. Well, we were fourth place in the fourth division in the whole state, and that's Henrico, that's Fairfax, that's all these other school systems that have much better funding sources. Their communities are much better off from an economic standpoint. But our kids have gone in there, and again, Paul, I appreciate the work you've done. I've seen it firsthand the last couple of years. Ms. Shrewsbury getting honored with that, but all of our facilitators are doing a great job, and I fully expect. We saw it last year. I think I said here, it said our kids, the NARES kids, they learned last year because they took a big bunch, and then all these kids end up winning. I see Eastern and Macy taking a bunch of kids that some of them did really well, but others just got that experience, and I expect we're going to have 3 times the number of kids. Yeah, I mean that's what it is. So I've just been really impressed with that. I'm very proud of that as a parent, as a citizen, and as a board member. So again, that's been great. I wish Ms. Price said it a few meetings ago. Wish we'd had all our board meetings, or we could have board meetings that was just that. Of course, it kind of was tonight, but that was good. Appreciate all the work that everybody's done all year. Like Ms. Gwen said, I can't believe that graduation's upon us, but hopefully we end up well. All the activities, all the sports and graduations, and this is that. I always feel like this on this board, this is some of the happiest times of the year. That when we start up, once we're through the grind and getting on there. So appreciate everyone. I think this has been a very good school year, and I think hopefully we'll finish it up on the right note and go from there.
Today is the last day for tutoring after school.
All right. So if there's nothing else, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
All right, motion second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Passes unanimously.